Welcome back, everybody. You're welcome to our digital marketing class, which this will be the class 3 of the digital marketing class. For those that have been following us from the class 1 till now, I think you've been able to achieve a lot from the previous class. So today also will not be exempted. We will also be able to gain a fantastic knowledge from today's class. Today we'll be looking at the use of sales funnel. The use of sales funnel. Some of us will have been hearing the word sales funnel, sales funnel, sales funnels. What is really sales funnel and what is it used for? And what does it mean exactly? So let's go into the main topic. What is sales funnel? A sales funnel describes where an individual is in their buying journey, whether they have only just become aware of your brand or they are a brand loyal repeat customer. So what this means is that the sales funnels lets you know or tells you the condition the prospective customer or your customer is in terms of being aware of your product, being confused to buy your product, ready to buy your product, and to the stage that they will buy the product, and to the stage that they will also be thinking of coming back next time to come and to buy the products. That is what the sales funnel will tells about, deals about. Now, importance of sales funnel. They say solid knowledge of your sales funnel is essential for understanding your customer buying journeys, so you can identify gaps in the process and invest in the most effective marketing strategy. So the main importance of sales funnel is to what? Let you know the journey of your customer, whether they are still at the point of still being aware of your product yet to be convinced, or they have been convinced but they are still having some kind of doubt to that maybe they should buy or they should not buy. Sales funnels will tell you all this. And also, if they are at the stage of trying to buy, you might be intending to buy something, but suddenly you just see some things that will divert your attention, then you just withdraw back from buying the thing. So sales funnel will also tell you if your customer is in that condition, so that you'll be able to know how to grab them back from returning to the beginning point, and to the stage that where you'll be able to know that to the stage that where your customer will be able to be totally loyal to you, to come and buy from you, even after buying come back again to come and buy, not even only coming back to come and buy, even inviting other customers to come and buy from you. All these are the function and benefits of or importance of sales funnels. Now, how to identify target marketing. Since sales funnels deals with the customers, that we be aware of your products, and then till they will be confused to come and buy from you, till the stage that they will buy. So definitely you need to know how you'll be able to identify a specific people in a market, in a specific area of market, that they are the one you must present your goods and service to convince them to come and buy. Because you can't be selling foodstuff and placing your market in housing estate and expect those people in the housing estate to come and to be confused of buying your product, because they have no interest in it. So now we want to look at, how do you now identify the target market, which means the target customer, the right target customer you are to go and meet. It said look at your current customer base. That is, look at where the current customer you are having, what aspect did they base, in what category are they. So then that means, who are your current customer and why do they buy from you? Who are your current customer? Why did they buy from you? For example, your current customer, you are selling, you have a school. You have a school. Your current customer will be what? Parents. Your current customer will be parents. And why did they buy from you? That will determine the specific quality or quantity you have that other school does not have, that makes those customers to come to you. Then look for common characteristics and interests. So what are the common characteristics and interests that those customers have? Their characteristics among them, and then their interests, what they all have interest in that makes them to come to you. Then which one bring in the most business? Okay, after looking at those customers, which of them brings in the most business, that really shows that is interested in the business and have purchase in your product and service. So it is very likely that other people like them could also benefit from your product and service, which means it is very likely that people like people that has the same characteristic as your current customers, that has the same interest with your current customer, that you've not present your products, goods and service to them, that they have not been aware of your brand, it is very highly likely that they will also have interest in buying or benefiting from your products and services. Now the second one is what? Check out your competition. Who are those that is having the same kind of product or service you are rendering? Who are they? Who are your competitors? Who are those that are targeting the customers, the market that you also is targeting? Who are their current customers? Don't go after the same market. You may find a niche market that they are overlooking. What this means that, okay, if your competitors or your competition have a specific my customers, of which these are their what characteristics, their interest, this and that, but also look at the aspect that in which those competitors are not looking at, of which might be that is really necessary in your goods and service. For example, you are you are a mechanic, yeah, then you want to run your advertisement. You now focus those that are in office alone. There are so many people that are not in office, they are not office men, that has car. So you can also look at that aspect, you can make it. If they are looking at office, you can look at companies, you can look at business owners. Why your competition or competitors are looking at office men with cars, you can look at companies with cars, you can look at businessmen with cars. So then the next one, analyze your product and services. Write out list of each features of your products or services. Next to each features, list the benefit it provide and the benefit of those benefits, which means the benefit those features provided are providing and the benefit that those benefits will provide. Once you have your benefits listed, make a list of people who have a need that your benefit fulfills. So those benefits you think your product and service is providing will not fulfill everybody's desire. So you you won't just send out ads on everybody. You only base your target market on those that those benefits will be what will fulfill their desire, that will really need those benefits. For example, a graphics designer could choose to target business interested in increasing their client base. Why this is too general, you now have a base to start from. So now the next is choose specific demographics to target. Choose a specific demographic to target. So you figure out only who has a need for your products or services. All these things we are saying are things you need to look into when you want to run ads. When you want to run advertisement, there are things you need to look into before you know where to push your advertisement. So you figure out not only who has a need for your products or services, but also who is most likely to buy it. For example, you are selling apps that work for body, that works for sickness and body body as in body rashes and body skin smoothing and the likes. So you don't only just place your eyes to those that are in need of health and wellness alone. You can also look at the aspect of health and beauty, which means for those that are in health and beauty, it is most likely that they might need the product, since the product also works for skin. It also work for skin beauty, not only for the internal body health. So if you, as you are targeting those that are in need of internal body health, which is health and wellness, you can also target those that are in need of health, of beauty also, because it might also benefit them. They might, it is mostly likely that they will need it. So they say, okay, it says think about the following factors, which means even when you want to choose your demographics, of which we've said you shouldn't just focus on those that that are in need of your product and services, that you should also think of those that might mostly like it or to likely to buy it. You are also to think about the following. The first of it is age range of those that want to buy the product. For example, you okay, let me say you are a fashion design. Okay, you are a cosmetics, you are into cosmetics, then you now want to run your ads. You are now running ads for those at the age of 10 to 30. Does that, will that provide you any market output? It will not give you any positive output, because those that will really be in need of your goods and service, that will be kind of ready to to purchase your goods and service, are those that are of tender age, are those that of adult age. So if you run your ads for the age of like 20, 25 to like 40, 45 or 50, you still see that people of those age, they are always like, female of those age, they always want to like tint their beauty, make sure that they are looking so enticing, so beautiful. That is all what, those are the stage of people or category of people that always mostly do what, do look into cosmetics a lot. So age is one of the first key points you must look into. Then also location. If you are selling something that sells most in the city, and then you are now choosing a location that is in the rural area, you won't see any sales. So don't disturb yourself. Another thing is gender. If you are an hairdresser, you want to run ads, you are choosing male. What will a male do with hairdresser when you are not a barber? So gender also has a very tangible things you need to do, what you need to consider when you are looking at your target customers or market. And also the next thing is income level. When you are selling a product of 30,000, 35,000, 40,000, and you are running your advertisement to those that their monthly income is 25,000, 30,000, you won't see, even you won't see a as in a flash of someone who will order for your product, because the money you the product you are presenting to them is more than what they can avoid. Even if your product is 25,000 and you are advertising your product to someone that is monthly income is 30,000, is it 5,000 you want him to feed on throughout the whole month? He will not purchase the product. So income level of your customer that you want to run your ads to also determine a lot. Then the next is level educational level of the customer, then followed by marital status, then family status. All these although all these depend on the kind of product you are trying to that you are selling. Like marital status now, if you are someone that is into wedding garments, wedding suits and the likes, so what you need to look into is single ladies and single men. So that marital status there is highly important for you. Also family status depend on your product. Occupation, the kind of work your customers are doing also determine, depending on the kind of goods and service you are trying to present to them. And then ethnic group, for example now, you can't be selling miniskirts and the likes and think of presenting it to the northerner people. So it's very very very, as in, the rate of positive outcome it will be very 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 low. It's very very low. The rate of positive outcome that you will see someone that will patronize your product is very low if you are kind of presenting your goods to those ethnic group that they don't really value what, or they don't, their ideology don't goes with what you are trying to sell to them. So the next thing is, after all that, after you've look at the target customers, you've been able to decide your target market, then the next thing you need to do is you need to evaluate your decision. All the decision you've made, you've been able to choose the age, location, everything. You've been able to identify the benefits of your product. Who are the people that will be in need of the benefits and the likes. Then you also need to evaluate those decisions. Once you've decided on a target market, be sure to consider these questions. The first of it is, are there enough people who fit my criteria? Are there enough people who fit my criteria? The second is, will my target really benefit from my product? Are you sure that these people you selected are the people that will really benefit from the product or service you are trying to present to them? And will they see a need for it? They might benefit from it, but you Someone might present something to you that it will benefit you if you get it, but currently at that period you are not in need of it. So if they are will they be able to benefit, will they really benefit from the target, from the product or service? If yes, then are they really in need of it as at that moment? Are they in need of it? So then you also ask, do I understand what drive my target to make decision? Do you really understand what will make them to make decision to buy your product? Then followed by that, you need to what? Know, can they avoid the product and service? That deals with their income level. Can they really avoid the product and service? Then, can I reach them with my messages? Are they easily accessible? If you say, okay, these are the people that really fit having my ad in my advertisement, can I get in touch with them? Can I reach them? Are they people that if I run an ads that I will get the ads will get in touch to them, you will get in touch with them? Or there are people, because you might run an ad of which those people you selected are illiterate people. So will you be able to reach them with your message, and are they easily accessible? After that, if those are intact, everything has been intact, you've been able to select your target customer and target market, and they are at very high positive rate. So the next thing is you need to know the 4 key of the marketing you want to go into. The first thing is what? Products, then followed by price, then followed by place, people, location and meeting points. So the first thing, then followed by promotion. The first thing you need to present to them is the products. This is the product, this is the benefit, this is what you have for it, this is what you have for it. So sorry. So this is the product, this is the price, this is what you have, what you will gain from the product, this is how the product will benefit you, this is the outcome of this that. After that, the next thing you need to do is what? Give them the price. Give them the price of the product. This product is so amount. Once you've been able to convince them and they've been able to what? make decision, have interest in it. You present the price to them. Since their category, their stage of income level that you selected, they will be able to avoid the price. Then since they've been confused and make decision with the product, they will decide to buy the product with the price. Then the next is, where will they get the product? The place where they can come and meet you to buy the product, or location where the product will go and get to them, or the meeting point where they will get the product. Then the next thing after that is what? Promotion, which is what? Remarketing and re-strategizing to them, so that they will not just buy the product and go. They will be able to come back next time to come and repurchase, or to bring someone to come and buy, to bring another new customer for you. Then after that, we will look at the stages of sales funnel. Now, look at making your target, deciding on your target market is the foundation of sales funnel. Without that, sales funnel is useless, because that target market will be the one that will determine those that will come into sales, that will come to the top part of sales funnel. Now once okay now the stages of sales funnel. The first thing is what? Awareness. The awareness, they said this is the first stage of sales funnel. This is when a person first become aware of your product and service. They might develop this awareness from encountering your advertisements, learning about your brand on social media, and hearing feedback from friends or family. Or a prospect might have found out about your business by doing a Google search that brought up your company website, seeing one of your ads, or reading your blog. So as I've said earlier on, the foundation of sales funnel is what? Knowing your target market, identifying your target market. So once you've been able to identify your target market, the ads you run will be what will bring the awareness of your product and service to the prospective customers or customers. Then once which will be the what? Which the awareness will be the first stage of your sales funnel. So which means the first stage is when they are what? They meet your ads, or meet your company website through Google search, or pictorial ads and the likes through search engine optimization. Then after being aware of your products and services, the next thing is interest. The second stage of the sales funnel is interest. At this point, the prospect has learned about your company, your brand, and your product or service, and they have decided to evaluate it based on their own level of interest. That is the reason why you need to, when you are choosing your target market, you need to do what? Understand their level of interest, and also consider that in what? In deciding your target customer. So at this stage, you should publish great content that informs and educates the prospect, but does not overtly sell to them. If you become too pushy or aggressive with your sales approach during this stage, you could turn off the prospect and compel them to leave. Your content should demonstrate your expertise and help the prospect make an informed decision. So at this stage, after they've been aware of your product, they it's now left for them to be what, to evaluate your uh, product and service based on their level of interest. So at this point, you need to like give them more content or ads and the likes based on your products and services. And if you are giving them more content, it should not be too much to the extent that they will feel boring from seeing the ads all the time. In the morning it's your ads, in the noon the same, in the afternoon the same, in the evening the same, in the night the same. No, they'll feel that they'll feel kind of being they'll see it too boring to them somehow. So but likewise the same, you must not relent in the content. You must still make it constant and frequent to them, but not in a stage that it will be too much for them, to make it boring for them, and it can lead to them to their aggressiveness, to it can make them as in being fed up of seeing the ads. So the next thing after that, after you've been able to convince them to come and to patronize you, the next thing is for them to make decision. So the third stage of sales funnel is decision. Now the customer is ready to buy and may be considering several options before making the purchase. So at this stage also, you need to like be strong on your feet to draw the customer to your side, because as you are drawing to your side, also some other things is distracting their attention from the other side to draw them back. So this is when they will be comparing pricing, packages and other factors to find the best option for them. So at this stage, you should make your best offer. For example, you might provide free shipping, a discount code or a bonus product when they place their order. The key is to make the offer irresistible, so the prospect will want to move forward and choose your offer. Your content can compel the prospect to make a decision. Sales page, webinar or phone conversation could have turned the prospect into a customer. Even sometimes you might give them a little taste or an important or a key factor of your product but incomplete, like very useful information but incomplete, or very useful part of the product but incomplete. For example, you might just hint them on some kind of, if you are someone that is selling apps, can you hint them on some ingredient that is used in making the apps, but it will be a very incomplete one, but it will be useful. And if it is in terms of information, you can give them some kind of information that about the goods and services that will be very useful for them, but it might be incomplete. So at that stage, when they have a taste of it, For example, if okay, let's say for example, if you are into an apps, okay, for example, maybe you create an apps and you want customers to come and to download the apps, utilize it and pay before using it. So you can just give them some little part of the application to be free, why the key point that they will need to complete their job, to make their job that they want to do on that app sensitive, you make it, you place those aspects on payment, which means if they did not pay, they will not be able to use those aspects, and they've enjoyed the little free period, free part that you've given them. They've enjoyed it and see interest, see the benefits and have pleasure in it. It will surely push them to come and pay. So that is how you can what, help them with their decision. Then the next thing is what, action. So the final stage of sales funnel is action. The prospect become a customer by purchasing your product or service, and they decide to leave without making, or they decide to leave without making a purchase based on how you've handled them in the interest level and the decision level. If the customer make a purchase, they are now part of your company ecosystem. Although the sale is complete, the process never ends. So even if they have made a purchase of the first product, yet the process has not ended, you will need to go and restart from beginning again on those customers also. Apart from the new prospect that have not even purchased at all, those customers that have purchased, you need to go and start from beginning also, to start pushing them also one after the other, from one stage to another, for them to come and buy. So your goal is to focus on customer retention, so the customer makes ongoing or future purchase. Your content should help to build customer loyalty. For example, thank the customer for the purchase, ask them to provide feedback, offer after purchase support, invite them to sign up for your newsletter, or enroll them in a reward program and the likes. So these are other things you need to take along. So the only thing is just that instead of you going to the stage of awareness on the customer, on the customer who is part of your ecosystem, what you need to do is you go back to their interest and decision making, interest and decision level. So by what, by giving them a nursing them more for them to come back to make another purchase. Now at this stage, we now need to look at steps to use in dealing with customer for your business or to market. The first is what, you capture them. You capture them through awareness. Give them, after you've already outlined your target market, you send your ads to them. By sending the ads to them, you've captured them. The next thing is what, you nurture them through the interest and decision making, through continuous content you send to them through at the interest level and the decision level. Then the next thing you do is what, you sell to them, which is the action point. So after that, we look at how to capture customer. The first thing they said, prospect through social media advert. The first thing is what? You look at the lead generation adverts, then direct message, then after that 20% selling content, which means the first thing, how to capture a customer, the first thing is what? Send them a lead generation advert. Then after that, after you send them a lead generation advert, you do what? You give them direct message, and also you make sure that the product, you use 20% of your investment to make a selling content. You use 20% for the selling content of your investment. So now, which means the 20% will be what? Okay, and 80% under others on positive engagement content by informing them, educate them, and advise them. So the out of the 100% you want to invest on what? On capturing the customer, you make 20% to be what? The selling contents, while 80% will be on other aspect like informing them about your goods and services, educate them. Do you see the numbers of percent you need to do what? To use in nurturing the customers, to use in getting the customer familiar to yourself. 80% you need to use in informing them, educate them, inform them about the products and services, educate them about the benefits, the goods they will see in the product, the advantage, the importance of it, and then you also advise them. You give them advice. So all this should cover what? 80% of the investment you are pushing on the advertisement. So then after that, after advising, you also entertain them, so that it will not just be you just pushing advert to them. You also entertain them. By they seeing those entertainments, it will not make your content, your ads, your advertisement too boring to them. For example, look at the aspect of the advertisement this girl used to do, Mike Angel. Like for example, look at the aspect of Fresh Yo. When he's advertising Fresh Yo, he first bring in entertainment. He entertain the audience, then at the end of it, where he's going is that come and buy Fresh Yo, that Fresh Yo is back. So that is how it should be. And also there are so many adverts like that. Even there's an advert that I run now, just some days ago. On the advert, I use just a kind of comedy that a pastor is coming out of his compound going to church in the morning on Sunday, and then some people just storm him that, pastor, please come and pray for our mom, our grandmother, she's sick, she cannot stand up, she cannot do this. The pastor was now like, you want to kill me ni? Do you know numbers of people, how many numbers of people have been how many numbers of grandmother and grandfather that have been waiting for me in the church for me to come and pray to them? The pastor now said that even me myself, I'm tired of praying. I don't pray, I don't tired. I don't want you to keep me. You see this medicine I hold? The medicine is Jixima, and it's a very kind of very powerful and sensitive apps that is selling around now and is very useful for everybody. For it cures so many diseases, of which I also have a testimony on it. So the in the ads, I was like the pastor now, like, you see, nowadays me sef, I don't even have the energy to pray again. You see, after God, the next thing is medicine. This medicine, you see, if I reach church now, I will go and give everybody one shot, one shot, and that will be the end of their sickness. The pastor was not like, I will give you one shot too, you go and give it to your mother. That is just fine, just as simple as it is. Even if you watch the comedy, it's kind of funny and the likes. I introduce entertainment and then introduce the goods and service. You see, I've not used selling the price aspect of it. I've not introduced price. Then after that, I gave a link for whoever is ready to patronize. Once you click on the link, you get to the landing page of the business owner. After you get to the landing page, then you can go and see the price and more information about the product there. Even the first thing you see on the landing page, because I'm the one that also create the landing page. It's not that you just give the price to the customer on the landing page. I first introduce the product and then tell the person more information about the product and how the product, the benefits and importance of the product. Before, even the last thing I put on the landing page was the price, which is at the bottom side. So that is how to capture a customer. Then next thing is 4 key of marketing. Okay, I think we've talked about this. Now the next thing is, what are the contents you will need to use for marketing? What are the contents you need to use for your marketing, for your ads? The first thing you need to use is video, then followed by picture, then followed by words. Video advertisements are always much more, as in, familiar, or people always have more interest on video advertisement. For example, like when you are watching YouTube, look at those aspects of those comedy Mark Angel used to do. They are using video to advertise the fresh you, and lot of people is watching. As they are watching it, they will be having more awareness of it, because it's a comedy. The first interest people will take to that video is the comedy that is inside the video. That's what they first want to know about. After being aware of the comedy, taking it, at the end of it, the girl will now introduce the product to them, and then after introducing the product to them, then they will get aware. They will have the awareness of the product, which at the end of it, they can have a link to click to go and have a purchase in the product if they want to purchase the product. So then the next content that is also beneficial, that is also more useful after video, is pictorial content. You create a graphics design which is pictorial, then you place it on an advertisement, on an ads. So that also, pictorial also do what? Attract people attention. And then followed by the list of it, that has the least potential, is words. So also people use words like SMS advertisements and the like, SMS ads. So you can they use words. Now the next thing is principle of selling. How do you sell to customer? That is after you've captured them under their at their at their interest decision making stage. You do what? You will First thing, you will promise them. What will you offer them? What you deliver to them? So make a promise about that. Then next thing is you give them much more pictures, sweet samples of pictures and the likes, with lot of references, lot of um references. Let me use references that on what the product has have on those that have used the product, what they benefit from it, their feedback. You also give feedback of all your past customers. Then the next thing is what? You give them a proof and testimony. You give them a proof and testimony of of the previous customers that have purchased. Of those that have purchased, you give them proof and testimony. Then after that, you then get to the pitch. Once you give them proof, testimony and everything, as at that time they will have more interest in it, then they will be ready to buy at that time. Then you do what? You sell to them. So the next thing is how to build a sales funnel. The first thing is you do what? You create a landing page. A landing page, we are talking about a landing page, is a website. So you can create a website through WordPress and the likes, or through, if you know someone who can help you to create a standard website using the website languages like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, if time permits me, if I could have the chance and opportunity, I will teach you how to create a website within an hour using your phone, and how you'll be able to post it. So how you'll be able to create your landing page within an hour, then how you'll be able to host it on internet. So after creating a landing page, the next thing is what? For you to offer something valuable to your prospect customer. Then nurture the prospect customer. You nurture the prospect customer, then you close the deal by you close the deal. You make sure you are so familiar to them at the decision stage. Then you keep the process going on. Then you optimize your sales funnel. Continue to give them more content. Give them more content, more reference, more testimony and proof and the likes. So then after that, you should be expecting your sales funnel. So this is a sketch diagram of sales funnel. So at the upper part is the leads or opportunity part, opportunity stage. So then followed by the sales call or connection stage. Then followed by the follow up or timing stage. So the first stage, the lead stage, when you do what? When you present your ads and the likes through social media and any medium you are using. when you present it to them. Then the second stage is what? When you give them a sales call. Then after that, which the sales call, which is their interest level, interest stage, then you give them a follow up. Give them a follow up. Then after giving them a follow up, give them a conversation, a close conversation in which they will be more familiar and close to you. So at this stage, it is possible they have some kind of obstacle, so you are the one that will know how, with your effort, you make sure you take out all obstacles they have at that stage. Then the last is what? The sales point, where the customer will drop to the bottom of the funnel to buy your goods and service. Now that is the end of the theoretical aspect we need to know about digital marketing. Now let's go to the tools that we need to know we will be using in digital marketing. The first is Buffer, followed by Hootsuite, followed by Canva, Chatbot and ManyChat, WhatsApp autoresponder, SimilarWeb. So the WhatsApp autoresponder is that of WhatsApp, business WhatsApp. The response when someone send you a message and you are not currently on WhatsApp but your data is on, you see that if you activate your WhatsApp autoresponder, your WhatsApp will send a reply to the person immediately. So the SimilarWeb, Follow Insights, Tweepy, Facebook downloader, Twitter downloader, Insta downloader, Do Recorder, bulk email sender platform. So like this one, what I do use is Mailchimp. So actually there's one that I also used to use before I start using Mailchimp, but I've forgotten his name. There are so many bulk email sender that you can use. So then followed by Facebook page manager. So this one is always the Facebook page. We all know what is Facebook page, and that is what you first need to know to have when you want to do an ads on Facebook. You have to first have your Facebook page before you can run a paid advertisement on Facebook. Then for Facebook ads manager, so that one is available inside your Facebook page. So I think that is all. The practical aspects will be starting in the next class. So the next class we will start the practical aspect. So the practical aspect will be based on paid ads, how to run paid ads on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, GMB, that is search engine, then what again? Okay, YouTube, search engine, and as a email marketing, which will be using Mailchimp, how to create a Mailchimp account and how to run your bulk email marketing. So this is the attendance for this class, which is class 3. So make sure fill the attendance and submit. So thank you for participating. Thank you for participating in our digital marketing class that is brought to you by Dodi CDS. Bye.